Right, now having done that, what am I going to do aggressively? Those are all my sort of defensive structures in place, so I need to make sure that I'm doing something aggressively. My ships are still on the way, of course, but I've decided that the best place that I can get a one-on-one encounter is going to be here. He could well threaten me here, but we've got Mecklenburg here, so the chances are that these troops here are fairly safe. So what I'm going to do is, oops, I can find them in here. Oh, they're horse artillery. I was rather hoping that they'd be unicorns. These are unicorns, got some decent cavalry in there as well. I might have a couple of unicorns in here I could add to them. Oh, 2, 3, oh right, okay, £10 unicorns. Right, okay, so what I'm going to do is send this army over to attack Stettin and take Stettin. Now I expect he's going to want to attack me from here afterwards, but so I will need some sort of backup troops to be able to help out in that situation. And these here can defend either here or over there, so that should be okay. So let's just go in and attack that place, I think. Right, now for what I'm going to do now is I'm going to siege this place first, and then I'm going to do the attack afterwards. The reason why I want to do that is I want to give a couple of units that I can have in support of that army over there. So if I can get some 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I don't need all of those troops in there. So what I want to do is bring some of those across to support that army, so they can come on as infantry reinforcements. You know, if I start to get a bit low on troops. Let me just check these though first, see how far away they are from giving support themselves. Yeah, they could. The Cuirassiers could actually get in there and help out, couldn't they? I don't think any of the other troops can. No, I don't think they can. See, we've got a few more in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've got 9 in there as well. Only really need 7. Could I get... No, they can't quite reach those, can they? So you'd have thought I'd have judged all this in advance, wouldn't you, really? But how many have I got in here? Yeah, they're actually a little bit low as well. So let's take a couple out of here. Let's take maybe those, and perhaps oh, these, they look good, don't they? Pavlovsk Grenadiers. Right, I'll bring those over just in support. And the reason for that is that if he starts to... I've had a check of these forces, by the way. If he starts to pound away and cause too many casualties on me... See, look at all these guns. 6-pounder, 12-pounder, 12-pounder and 6-pounder horse in there. Now, if he does start to hurt my infantry a bit too much, then I'll be able to sort of bring on reinforcements to fill in the gaps, really. That's what that's all about. And then I'll just... you know, retreat or withdraw the ones who've taken hits. So I'm going to go on and do this battle now because I want to take Stettin. It'll not be a battle that I'm showing this one, I don't think, because it is going to be very, very dull, because it's me attacking him, and I'm well able to take up the offer of firing and then limbering in order to make him go back into his original formation, so we can take some of these out. It depends how it goes. If he's easy to beat, then I'll just go straight for it, you know. Okay, battle time. I think you can see with 6 guns, and good guns as well, he's completely outranging me here. Now, into the a brief part of the battle. It's all about showing you what's happened so far. He's moved his battle line. You see the horse that were around the artillery battery area that's been blasted to bits that I just showed you. Here's his second one. This is on the left-hand side of the line. I've become a bit wily about this now, so I formed myself up in a position where I could blow out his first lot of artillery without even being affected by his second. Those second artillery, you can't really see it, are firing against a hill because I haven't advanced far enough for him to be able to hit me. I'm just on the edge of being able to hit this horse. These are his supporting horse for that artillery there. I want to be taking those out of the battle. I want to get all the horse out of the battle if possible and just leave him with his infantry at the back. That's the intention. A strange thing happened during this battle actually, in that the artillery seemed to be hitting my guns but not my men, so I lost quite a lot of my guns without losing any men at all. This is his army, just showing you all the way down the line the formation and what I had to contend with during the battle. I'm putting this narrative on after the battle because, like I said, it was going to be an extremely long battle. It certainly did turn out to be one. Okay, so you can see how I'm behind a ridge. What I'm doing now is just dipping down so that you can see I'm protected by a ridge all the way along my front. And here are the results of the battle. Goodness knows how long that took, probably about 3.5, maybe 4 hours, but you know, what was stopping to go to the loo, make a cup of tea and sort of have my own tea as well and various things. Anyway, it took quite a long time, it really did, that one blasting away. So you can see the basic effects here. The unicorns did fairly well, 185, 360. No losses, of course. The Cuirassiers chased some off the field. I didn't end battle, I got them to chase them off, so they've managed to, well, these have anyway, pick up a couple of chevrons along the way. Still fairly disappointed with some of the infantry results, in that you know, we had a real advantage over him by the time he finally came in, and I've lost 90 here for killing 61, very poor. I mean, this is better, 54 for 96 killed. So I mean, it's really bad. I mean, 90 losses I suffered here on this unit of 120, and killed only 112, and everywhere I had an advantage, something like 3 against 1 of his. I did fire in advance and charged in. I tried all kinds of things, you know, but I don't know, maybe it's this very hard option that makes it so difficult, I just don't know. But anyhow, I think I've managed to get away with enough troops there to hold Stettin afterwards. We lost 366, killed 1488, but that's partly because he doesn't get to keep anything inside the town afterwards. You know, none of his men remain, I ought to say. So you remember I put a couple of chaps outside here, a couple of units outside. Well, those units should have changed now. Oh no, they haven't, they're still the same. I'm going to say I actually swapped them during the battle. I swapped over the 2 poorer ones for the 2 better ones, the ones that I left outside, which are these. I don't know if I can move these anywhere, so I wonder if I can get them back. Maybe I can. In fact, I will. In fact, I'll drive them all the way back into here. And if these come under any attack, then yeah, because they can't really move anywhere, can they? Then I'll have to support them from here, I think, really. There's one other thing I was thinking about while I was doing that battle, taking my time over it, and that's the over in Sardinia. Somebody came up with a brilliant idea that Sardinia, the dockyard here in Sardinia, should be changed over to a trading port, which is quite right. It certainly should be, because oh, in fact, did I check the buildings over there in Stettin? Yeah, because maybe I didn't do anything because they didn't need replacing. Yeah, they don't, do they? That's good, isn't it? I'm quite surprised at that, really. I wonder whether to build a fortress here, because all this area is going to become mine anyway eventually. He's bound to sabotage all of these places, isn't he, really, including this one. The trading company. I've already sabotaged that one anyway, but he's, with all of these troops around here, I've seen no point in spending any money on any of those buildings around there at all. In fact, it wouldn't surprise me if he attacked that one right away, and by attacking that he takes away the income that I'm going to get from here, which is currently 1509. The enemy was getting, the French were getting over 2000 for that, obviously because they're taxing much higher than I am. Okay, so that's the end of the turn for the early part of July 1810. It's all I've been thinking about over the weekend, about how to attack these various armies without incurring massive battles. I mean, look here, if I attack any one of these armies, I've got 4 to fight. Imagine how long it's going to take to fight 4 armies. Even if I creep up, as Veni Ricci suggested, I'm sure, that I creep up one at a time there, you know, it's... who was it who suggested that? No, I can't remember now, but anyway, I'm sorry about that. You know, by creeping up 1 centimetre at a time, I may well be able to engage with all of my men here against all of his men now. It would still be at a slight disadvantage, but we'd probably win. But imagine how long that's going to take. You know, you route 1 unit from the field, another 1 comes on, route 1 on 1, route 1 on 1. Sounds like the okey cokey, doesn't it? So it's going to be there forever, isn't it, really? So I don't want a battle like that. I think really they should change it so that there's a ratio thing. So if I've got 60 units going in against 80, for instance, then it's corrected. So I end up with something like, I don't know what it would be, 12 against 16 or something, you know, and they're sort of rounded down, you know. But this sort of 60 units against 60 units is just impossible to fight on the battlefield. And if you like fighting on the battlefield, it's such a shame that you can't do it, you know. So anyway, let's do the right click again and get those out of the way, and we'll do an end turn. These are just my spies, obviously moving west. You remember one came in Finland. I've moved him all the way around. Those are my probably either a couple of merchant ships that you just saw then, or there'll be those ironclads moving around.